Wonderful, respected, dearest friends. Welcome. 7 activities. Vedic chanting. Yesterday we have done the Nakshatra Suktam. Read and repeat. Today we'll chant together. Very powerful, beautiful. In our Dhyana Puraka Mantrocharanas, in the Gayatri Mantras, today we will chant the Bagalamukhi Gayatri Mantra. Then we will be doing our common sense thought, our Shanti mantras, Guru Parampara mantras, our Sankalpa for the entire universe with full Shraddha, also our Upanishad mantra Ucharana, then the Upanishad mantra Adhyanam. We are studying the Shwethashwathara Upanishad, 6th chapter. You are seeing the importance of each of the mantra. We are trying to pause at every mantra, digest the entire essence with the help guidance of Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara's Bhashyam. As a Vedantic student, this is the first and minimum step to be taken up. And how vehemently, doubtlessly, clearly, unambiguously Shruti Mata is telling the truth, which is her opinion. Tameva viditva atimrutyumeti nanya pantha vidyate ayanaya. In listening and understanding and accepting it, or this sentence, or the meaning of this, is proved our sincerity towards spirituality as well as subtlety of our thinking and understanding. Thereby, whether we are evolving or stagnant, all of them are tested in the understanding and acceptance and following or not of these two lines, specially. Tameva viditvati mrityumeti nanya pantha vidyate ayana. We don't believe these slokas because unfortunately we are habituated in the world to listen to advertisements so much, which advertise the beauty of the things even though it is not there. And we have analyzed this so many times कि ये जो कहता है वो होता है दोनों साथ में नहीं होते. It is only to sell the product they are that way advertising. So that thought in us is carried to the Shastras also. Therefore we think the Guru Shastras are just advertising. It's not so important like the worldly products. That's why yesterday, in our evening class while studying Sadhana Chatushte Sampada and all, Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhya Avadharana. And uniquely, this very Shastra text to Upanishad alone, nowhere else you will see. The concluding shloka is this only. What Guru and what Devata and what Shastra say, we have to have faith in that. So it's a very important two lines. We will conclude it today. Only one portion we have to study. Sai Agnihi Salile Sannivishtaha. So, Salile we have studied. Sannivishtaha we have to little focus. Then Saeva Agnihi. That makes the explanation complete of that line. Obviously, it goes without saying the next two lines. Therefore, we are saying Tameva Viditva Atimurtyumet. So that sloka and equally beautiful, powerful is next sloka. We will make a beginning. So here we are. All these you all know we are doing to invoke the grace of Parabrahma Ishwara Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana, Kripa, which is so essential every moment for our evolution. Pakka. And also through the guidance, we have to be conscious, put our efforts in making our own Vyaktitva positive, conducive for our own evolution. Loka Sevaka Adi. Keeping all that in mind only, we are doing these things. It's not just spending time. In fact, this 1 hour and 1.5 hour is the most important thing for me that is being done in the whole day. Nothing greater than this. This is giving the purpose to the life, the meaning to the life. This is giving the inspiration to the life. It is clearing all the doubts. It is strengthening that conviction which we are supposed to have. So the choice is yours. Now here we are. Om Athaveda Parayanam Nakshatra Suktam Taitriya Brahmanam Trutiya Ashtakam Pratama Prashnaha Taitriya Samhita Trutiya Kandam Panchama Prapatakaha Pratamonu. So this is in Taitriya Brahmanam also. In the Ita Ashtakam first Prashna. This is in Taitriya Samhita also. Third Kandam, fifth Prapatakaha, first Anuvaka. ॐ अथ नक्षत्रसूक्तम् ॐ अग्निर्नः पातु कृत्तिकाः नक्षत्रं देवमिन्द्रियम् इदमासां विचक्षणं हविरासञ्जुहोतना यस्य भान्तिरश्मयो यस्य केतवः यस्येमा विश्वा भुवनानि सर्वाः सकृत्तिकाभिरभिसंवसानः अग्निर्नो देवः सुविते दधातु प्रजापतेरोहिणी वेतु पत्नी विश्वरूपा बृहति चित्रभानुः सा नो यज्ञस्य सुविते दधातु यथा जीवेम शरदः सवीराः रोहिणी देव्युदगात् पुरस्तात् विश्वारूपाणि प्रतिमोदमाना प्रजापतिगं हविषा वर्धयन्ते प्रिया देवानामुपयातु यज्ञम् सोमो राजा मृगशीर्षेण आगन्न शिवं नक्षत्रं प्रियमस्य धाम आप्यायमानो बहुधा जनेषु रेतः प्रजां यजमाने दधातु यत्ते नक्षत्रं मृगशीर्षमस्ति प्रियगं राजन् प्रियतमं प्रियाणाम् तस्मै ते सोम हविषा विधेम शन्न एधि द्विपदेशं चतुष्पदे आर्द्रया रुद्रः प्रथमान एति श्रेष्ठो देवानां पतिरग्नियानां नक्षत्रमस्य हविषा विधेम मानः प्रजागं रीरिषन्मोत वीरान् हेति रुद्रस्य परिणो वृणक्तु आर्द्रा नक्षत्रं जुषतागं हविर्नः प्रमुञ्चमानौ दुरितानि विश्वा अपागशगं सन्नुदतामरातिं पुनर्नो देव्यदिति स्पृणोतु पुनर्वसु नः पुनरेतां यज्ञं पुनर्नो देवा अभियन्तु सर्वे पुनः पुनर्वो हविषा यजामः एवान देव्यदितिरनर्वा विश्वस्य भर्त्रे जगतः प्रतिष्ठा पुनर्वसु हविषा वर्धयन्ते प्रियं देवानामप्येतु पातः बृहस्पतिः प्रथमं जायमानः तिष्यं नक्षत्रमभिसम्बभूव श्रेष्ठो देवानां पृतनासु जिष्णुः दिशो नु सर्वा अभयन्नो अस्तु तिष्यः पुरस्तादुतमध्यतो नः बृहस्पतिर्नः परिपातु पश्चात् बाधेतान् द्वेषो अभयं कृणुतां सुवीर्यस्य पतयस्याम इदगं सर्पेभ्यो हविरस्तु जुष्टम् आश्रेषा येषामनुयन्ति चेतः ये अन्तरिक्षं पृथिवीं क्षियन्ते तेन सर्पासो हवमागमिष्ठाः ये रोचने सूर्यस्यापि सर्पाः ये दिवं देवीमनुसञ्चरन्ते येषामाश्रेषा अनुयन्ति कामं तेभ्यः सर्पेभ्यो मधुमज्जुहोमि उपहूताः पितरो ये मघासो मनोजवस सुकृतः सुकृत्याः मनोजवसः सुकृतः सुकृत्याः ते नो नक्षत्रे हवमागमिष्ठाः स्वधाभिर्यज्ञं प्रयतं जुषन्तां ये अग्निदग्धा येनग्निदग्धाः ये मुल्लोकं पितरः क्षियन्ते यागश्च विद्मयागम् उच न प्रविद्मा मघासु यज्ञगं सुकृतं जुषन्तां गवां पतिः फल्गुनी नामसि त्वं तदर्यमन्वरुणमित्रचारो तन्त्वा वयगं सनितारगं सनीनां जीवा जीवन्तमुपसंविशेम येनेमा विश्वा भुवनानि सञ्जिता यस्य देवा अनुसम्यन्ति चेतः हर्यमा राजाजरस्तु विश्वान् फल्गुनीनां वृषभोरोरवीति श्रेष्ठो देवानां भगवो भगासि तत्त्वाविदुः फल्गुनीस्तस्य वित्तात् अस्मभ्यं क्षत्रमजरगं सुवीर्यं गोमदश्ववदुपसन्नुदेह भगोह दाता भग इत्प्रदाता भगो देवीः फल्गुनीराविवेश भगस्येत्तं प्रसवं गमेम यत्र देवैः सगमादं मदेम आयातु देवः सवितोपयातु हिरण्ययेन सुवृतारथेन वहन् हस्तगं सुभगं विद्मनापसं प्रयच्छन्तं पपुरिं पुण्यमच्छ हस्तः प्रयच्छत्वमृतं वसीयः दक्षिणेन प्रतिगृह्णीम एनत दातारमद्य सविता विदेय यो नो हस्ताय प्रसुवाति यज्ञं त्वष्टा नक्षत्रमभ्येति चित्रां सुभगं ससं युवतिगं राचमानां निवेशयन्नमृतान्मर्त्यागश्च रूपाणि पिगुंशन् भुवनानि विश्वा तन्नस्त्वष्टा तदुचित्रा विचष्टां तन्नक्षत्रं भूरिदा अस्तु मह्यं तन्नः प्रजां वीरवतीगं सनोतु गोभिर्नो अश्वैः समनक्तु यज्ञं वायुर्नक्षत्रमभ्येति निष्ट्यां तिग्मशृङ्गो वृषभोरोरुवाणः समीरयन् भुवनामातरिष्वा अपद्वेषागंसि नुदतामरातीः तन्नो वायुस्तदुनिष्ट्या शृणोतु तन्नक्षत्रं भूरिदा अस्तु मह्यं तन्नो देवासो अनुजानन्तु कामं यथा तरे मधुरितानि विश्वा दूरमस्मच्छत्रवो यन्तु भीता तदिन्द्राग्नी कृणुतां तद्विशाखे तन्नो देवा अनुमदन्तु यज्ञं पश्चात् पुरस्तादभयन्नो अस्तु नक्षत्राणामधिपत्नी विशाखे श्रेष्ठाविन्द्राग्नी भुवनस्य गोपौ विशूचशत्रूनपबाधमानौ अपक्षुदन्नुदतामरातिं पूर्णा पश्चादुतपूर्णा पुरस्तात् उन्मद्यतः पौर्णमासे जिगाय तस्यां देवा अधिसंवसन्तः उत्तमेनाक इह मादयन्तां पृथ्वी सुवर्चा युवतिः सजोषाः पौर्णमास्युदगाच्छोभमाना आप्याययन्ते दुरितानि विश्वा पुरुन्दुहां यजमानाय यज्ञं रुद्ध्यास्म हव्यैर्नमसोपसद्य मित्रं देवं मित्रधेयन्नो अस्तु अनुराधान् हविषा वर्धयन्तः शतं जीवेम शरदः सवीराः चित्रं नक्षत्रमुदगात् पुरस्तात् अनुराधा स इति यद्वदन्ते तन्मित्र एति पतिभिर्देवयानैः हिरण्ययैर्विततैरन्तरिक्षे इन्द्रो ज्येष्ठामनुनक्षत्रमेति यस्मिन् वृत्रं वृत्रतुर्ये ततार तस्मिन् वयममृतं दुहानाः क्षुदन्तरे मधुरितिन्दुरिष्टिं पुरन्दराय वृषभाय धृष्णवे अषाढाय सहमानाय मीढुषे इन्द्राय ज्येष्ठा मधुमुद्दुहाना पुरुं कृणोतु यजमानाय लोकं मूलं प्रजां वीरवतीं विदेय पराच्येतु निर्वृतिः पराचाः गोभिर्नक्षत्रं पशुभिः समक्तम् अहर्भूयात् यजमानाय मह्यम् अहर्नो अद्य सुविते दधातु मूलं नक्षत्रमिति यद्वदन्ते पराचीं वाचा निर्वृतिन्नुदामि शिवं प्रजायै शिवमस्तु मह्यम् या दिव्या आपः पयसा सम्बभूवुः या अन्तरिक्ष उत पार्थवीर्याः या सामषाढा अनुयन्ति कामम् तान आपः शग्गस्यो न भवन्तो याश्च कोऽप्या याश्च नाद्याः समुद्रियाः याश्च वैशन्तिरुतप्रासचीर्याः या सामषाढा मधुभक्षयन्ते तान आपः शग्गस्यो न भवन्तो तन्नो विश्वे उपशृण्वन्तु देवाः तदषाढा अभिसंयन्तु यज्ञम् तन्नक्षत्रं प्रततां पशुभ्यः कृषिर्वृष्टिर्यजमानाय कल्पताम् शुभ्राः कन्या युवतयः सुभेशसः कर्मकृतः सुकृतो वीर्यावतीः विश्वान् देवान् हविषा वर्धयन्तेः अषाढाः काममुपयान्तु यज्ञम् यस्मिन् ब्रह्माभ्यजयत् सर्वमेतत् अमुञ्च लोकमिदमुच सर्वम् तन्नो नक्षत्रमभिजिद्विजित्य श्रियं दधात्वहृणीयमानम् उभौ लोकौ ब्रह्मणा सञ्जितेमौ तन्नो नक्षत्रमभिजिद्विचष्टाम् तस्मिन् वयं पृतनाः सञ्जयेम तन्नो देवासो अनुजानन्तु कामम् शृण्वन्ति श्रोणाममृतस्य गोपाम् पुण्यामस्या उपशृणोमि वाचम् महीं देवीं विष्णुपत्नीमजूर्यां प्रतीचीमेनागं हविषा यजामः त्रेधा विष्णुरुगायो विचक्रमे महीं दिवं पृथिवीमन्तरिक्षं तच्छ्रोणैति श्रव इच्छमाना पुण्यग्श्लोकं यजमानाय कृण्वति अष्टौ देवा वसवः सोम्यासः चतस्रो देवीरजराः श्रविष्ठाः ते यज्ञं पान्तु रजसः पुरस्तात् संवत्सरीणममृतग्स्वस्ते यज्ञं नः पान्तु वसवः पुरस्तात् दक्षिणतोऽभियन्तु श्रविष्ठाः पुण्यन्नक्षत्रमभिसंविशाम मानो अरातिरगशगं सागन्न क्षत्रस्य राजा वरुणोऽधिराजः नक्षत्राणागं शतभिषग्वसिष्ठः तौ देवेभ्यः कृणुतो दीर्घमायुः शतकं सहस्राभेषजानि धत्तः यज्ञन्नो राजा वरुणोपयातु तन्नो विश्वे अभिसंयन्तु देवाः तन्नो नक्षत्रगं शतभिषग्जुषाणम् दीर्घमायुः प्रतिरद्भेषजाने अज एकपादुदगात् पुरस्तात् विश्वाभूतानि प्रतिमोदमानः तस्य देवाः प्रसवं यन्ति सर्वे प्रोष्ठपदासो अमृतस्य गोपाः विभ्राजमानः समिधान उग्रः आन्तरिक्षमरुहदगन्द्यां तगं सूर्यं देवमजमेकपादम् प्रोष्ठपदासो अनुयन्ति सर्वे अहिर्बुध्नियः प्रथमान एति श्रेष्ठो देवानामुतमानुषाणाम् तं ब्राह्मणः सोमपाः सोम्यासः प्रोष्ठपदासो अभिरक्षन्ति सर्वे चत्वार एकमभिकर्म देवाः प्रोष्ठपदास इति यान् वदन्ते ते बुध्नियं परिषद्यग्गस्तुवन्तः अहिगं रक्षन्ति नमसोपसद्य पूषा रेवत्यन्वेति पन्थाम् पुष्टिपति पशुपावाजवत्स्यौ इमानि हव्या प्रयताजुषाण सुगैर्नो यानैरुपयातां यज्ञं क्षुद्रान् पशून् रक्षतु रेवतेनः गावो नो अश्वागम् अन्वेतु पूषा अन्नगं रक्षन्तौ बहुधा विरूपं वाजगं सनुतां यजमानाय यज्ञं तदश्विनावश्वैजोपयातां शुभङ्गमिष्टौ सुयमेभिरश्वैः स्वं नक्षत्रगं हविषा यजन्तौ मध्वासं पृक्तौ यजुषा समक्तौ यौ देवानां भेषजौ हव्यवाहौ विश्वस्य दूतावमृतस्य गोपौ तौ नक्षत्रं जुजुषाणोपयातां नमोऽश्विभ्यां कृणुमोऽश्वयुग्भ्याम् अपपाप्मानं वरणीर्भरन्तो तद्यमो राजा भगवान् विचष्टाम् लोकस्य राजा महतो महान् हि सुगम्नः पन्थामभयं कृणोतु यस्मिन्नक्षत्रे यम एति राजा यस्मिन्नेनमभ्यर्चिषन्त अभ्यर्षिचन्त देवाः तदस्य चित्रगं हविषाय जाम अपपाप्मानं भरणीर्भरन्तो निवेशनी सङ्गमनी वसूनां विश्वा रूपाणि वसून्यावेशयन्ति सहस्रपोषकं सुभगारराणासान आगन् वर्चसा संविधान यत्ते देवा अदधुर्भागधेयममावास्ये संवसन्तो महित्वा सा नो यज्ञं विप्रुहि विश्ववारे रयिन्नो धेहि सुभगे सुवीरम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. See the amount of satvikata that is created when we do the Vedic chanting. That's why those days Brahmanas every day they do and maintain their sattva and in the continuous repetition or chanting of the Veda mantras with bhakti shraddha, the Veda rishis get pleased and they become kind enough to reveal the meaning of these mantras, in which the knowledge is given for our right way of living the life of progress, development, evolution. Okay. Now the second aspect is dhyana purvaka mantrocharanam. Maybe one more week till the end of this month, we will keep on chanting the Gayatri mantras. Don't forget these three words Vidmahe, Dhimahi, Prachodayat. So today the mantra is Bagala Mukhi Mata Gayatri mantra. So it is Adiparashakti Mata only, one without second, in different forms, came in different timings to bless the different bhaktas for different purposes. So this one mantra or Devi Bagalamukhi is more invoked for protecting ourselves, shielding ourselves from the attack of any of the Shatrus. As well as when we are righteous, honest, the Bagalamukhi Mata gives us all the conveniences and Shaktis for us to become victorious in whatever the discussions or arguments or even the legal fights, etc. So the Bagalamukhi Mata is invoked for that. Mainly the Rakshana from the Shatrus. Shatruon ke upar Jaya. Then you and I are in the purely exclusively Adhyatmika class, Adhyatmika Marga. So for us, there are no outer Shatrus from our side considered. There may be some Shatrus who are jealous of us or doesn't want us to grow. Or if not Shatru, they are obstacles. You know, every Shatru is an obstacle. Every obstacle need not be Shatru, but because it's an obstacle, it's a Shatru only. Isn't it? Outside. So too within us also we have our own self-made Shatrus, self-strengthened Shatrus, because of whom our Adhyatmika Pragati is always dented, always slow. May this mantra of ours, invoking Bagalamukhi Mata's Kripa, to remove those inner enemies, so that our Adhyatmika journey is happening so joyfully, continuously, without any blocks or breaks or any of the delays. Simple mantra Om Bagalamukhyai cha vidmahe Bagalamukhyai vidmahe. Then Shatrustambhinyai cha dhimahi Tanno Bagala prachodayat. So the Shatrustambhini, the mother who does the stambhanam of all the Shatrus, she makes all of them stagnant. The two meanings of stagnation is one, making them impotent, non-performing, etc. The other meaning of stambhanam is totally eliminating. So, and necessary for us, for one thing, that we should not consider from our side anybody as Shatru. And that picture is very clear for us. Only when there is a outer goal, outer aims, then only we have somebody as Shatru. We don't have any Artha Kamadi Laksha anymore. For us, the Antar Laksha is Paramatma Prapti. Only one. So therefore, that aspect from our side that there is a Shatru outside is rejected. But still, the variety of forces come to obstruct us. And therefore, let us not take it lightly. In life in general, in spiritual life in particular, nothing can be taken lightly or granted. That highest level of alertness and highest level of right action at right time is the one which guarantees the obstructionless flow and travel of our sadhana. So therefore, that way this mantra becomes essential. That no outer and inner obstacles or shatrus be disturbing our sadhana. You know, basically our own mind intellect, our own senses tempting us for something other than sadhana, that itself is shatru. Our vasanas are our shatrus. Isn't it? Our wrong convictions are our shatrus. Our rajas and tamas, they are shatrus. Okay, so the mother will do the stambhana nirmulana of all the shatrus so that our adhyatmika jivana is becoming enjoyably, surely every day, and we are growing. And considering somebody outside as shatrus for the outer profits and using the mother's anugraha to eliminate them, etc., I am not suggesting. So, if at all you use it, the whole onus and responsibility is yours, isn't it? Like somebody yesterday were sending a message in, you know, asking कि मनोकामना पूर्ण होने का अनुग्रह दो. Somebody were asking. So I thought of replying, but nowadays we are with our own study, very busy, not interacting. So I thought of replying this way. Only one manokamana purti ke liye I can pray for you. What is it? That there should be no manokamana. This is the only thing I can pray, if at all. Because that is the kamana itself is shatru. How I can allow you to grow the shatru in you? एक ही मनोकामना. क्या है वो? कोई मनोकामना नहीं होना है. बस, I have to realize myself that Shubhecha is allowed. That's it. So here, therefore, when the goal itself is not anything outside, how can anybody be the Shatrus? Isn't it? Therefore, unnecessarily invoking the Papa, etc., even in the spiritual way by invoking divine grace to trouble others, considering others as enemies, is not allowed. To you and I as spiritual seekers, be clear, any dukkha comes from any source. It is only self-created, earlier papa, prarabdha getting exhausted. We have just nobody to be complained against, nobody we are going to take any revenge, etc. Nor we are acting or praying to any devata to destroy anybody considering as Shatru. No. हम तो सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु. Let us be very firm in that. Otherwise, for fulfilling these our wishes of troubling our shatrus, etc., the mother has to, or the Lord has to bless us to be a jiva only, to be a dehi. Kyunki to be a jiva and dehi only, the things are shatrus, beings are shatrus. Then I can never realize Aham Brahmas. Think very deeply. So just right now only close the eyes and see, are we considering anybody outside as Shatru? for any reason. No. For us, our avidya and our the bahirmukatas are shatrus. We only developed them also. So प्यार से उनको भी धीरे धीरे एलिमिनेट कर. Think. Otherwise, such guidances people will misuse. So I am clearing off here, washing my hands. For that purpose, this mantra we are never learning, never teaching. We are learning only to eliminate the inner tamo rajoguna. They are also not shatru, they are part of prakriti only. But then हमने उनको ऐसा बनाया. Okay, okay. Hmm. So I will change the mantra. शत्रु स्तंभिन्याय की जगह पे आई यूज द वर्ड विघ्न स्तंभिन्याय. दैट इज बेटर. शत्रु विघ्न दोनों एक है ना. ओके, स्टार्ट. ओम बगड़ा मुख्यै विद्महे विघ्न स्तंभिन्याय च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. ओम बगड़ा मुख्यै च विद्महे विघ्न स्तंभिन्याय च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. ओम बगड़ा मुख्यै विद्महे विघ्नस्तंभिन्यै च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. ओम बगड़ा मुख्यै विद्महे विघ्नस्तंभिन्यै च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. ओम बगड़ा मुख्यै विद्महे विघ्नस्तंभिन्यै च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. ओम बगड़ा मुख्यै विद्महे विघ्नस्तंभिन्यै च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. ओम बगड़ा मुख्यै विद्महे विघ्नस्तंभिन्यै च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. ओम बगड़ा मुख्यै विद्महे विघ्नस्तंभिन्यै च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. ओम बगड़ा मुख्यै विद्महे विघ्नस्तंभिन्यै च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. So the Vigna, Shatru both are same. We are asking Mother to make a firm kavacha around us so that from outside or inside, no Vigna Shatrus are disturbing our spiritual pursuit. Om Bagada Mukhyai Vidmahe Vignastambhinyai cha Dhimahi Tanno Bagada Prachodayat. Om Bagada Mukhyai Vidmahe Vignastambhinyai cha Dhimahi Tanno Bagada Prachodayat. Om Bagada Mukhyai Vidmahe Vignastambhinyai cha Dhimahi Tanno Bagada Prachodayat. Om Bagada Mukhyai Vidmahe विघ्नस्तंभिन्यै च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. ओम बगड़ा मुख्यै विद्महे विघ्नस्तंभिन्यै च धीमहि तन्नो बगड़ा प्रचोदयात्. ओम श्री बगड़ामुखी मात्रे नमः. मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि. आध्यात्मिक साधने उपस्थित सर्व विज्ञान हर हर. आध्यात्मिक साधनानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनं कुरु कुरु. We are always to be in a humble and simple way, trying to do our inner sadhana, requesting all devatas to give Shakti to do sadhana and make the protecting kavacha around us. And in this simple, humble request, and it's a request, no demand, there is nothing wrong or harm that the devata becomes angry or doubtful on us. Our goal is Paramaktika Tattva. For that we have to do sadhana. We need Shaktis and we don't want any Vignas. So in a simple manner, in this way, when we maintain, we don't even trouble the Devatas also. Only when we become aggressive, hyper, unnecessarily, that even the Devatas also are troubled by us. हजारों चीज तुम नहीं मांग रहे, मांगने से they are troubled. Let us not misuse the devatas as our servants by Asking so many things. Only this simple, direct. Hope it is very clear and clear once for all. Our path should be straight towards the ultimate. Okay. Now, the third topic today, my dearest friends, is our common sense thought. Hmm. Ah. The topic is important, therefore, no harm in knowing it again and again, repeatedly. What is the topic today? Is only one thing which gives us redemption. There is no second thing, only one. Only one, only one. And that is Jnanam, 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 Jnanam. That's it. Only Jnana. There is nothing which can protect us. Therefore, our whole life's pursuit should be only that. How do we get the Jnanam? Is a prashna. It is only by Bhagavad Kripa. Therefore, we do the Bhagavad Upasana, Bhagavad Upasana, Bhagavad Upasana, Ishtadeva Upasana. Not for anything else, only for Jnana. See, anything we ask, Bhagavan has given, but there is no Jnanam. Then, whatever the thing we ask and Bhagavan gave, we misuse it because of Jnanam. On the other hand, nothing is asked, only the Jnanam is asked. You know what will happen? That Jnanam will be given wherein the need of anything or everything is found to be not there. There is nothing required or needed. That's the power of Jnana. Therefore, from today onwards, do all Devata Upasana, Bhajana, Kirtana, जो भी करना है और मांगना एक ही चीज ज्ञानम देहि ज्ञानम देहि ज्ञानम देहि ज्ञानम देहि बस बिकॉज ज्ञानात एव तो कैवल्य ज्ञान ही कैवल्य स्थिति को देता है ऋते ज्ञानात न मुक्ति देयर इज नो मोक्ष अदर देन विथ ज्ञान therefore ज्ञानम देहि ज्ञानम देहि continuous upasana and prayer to Ishvara. Clear? Second thing, the jnana comes to us is through the Sadguru Upadesha. Sadguru Upadesha. Therefore, praying to the Guru Tattva, as a result, the Guru Tattva comes in the form of our Gurus and Acharyas. So, approaching them only for Jnanam, 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 Jnanam again. Luckily, we do that in our classes. There is no nonsensical, otherwise, interaction at all between you and I. Though we are together from last 6 years, only one thing, jnanam, jnanam, jnanam. With so much of struggle, little bit only knowledge we are getting. Even if this is not done, think about it. And this is the process we have to understand and accept that being regular that way alone with our gurus and acharyas, that we will be intact in the jnana prapti, jnana abhivruddhi marga. Some of our audience, unfortunate ones by choice, have discontinued, and I just pity for them and make one more submission that drop your listening to your mind, drop your ego, and attend somewhere the classes, if not here, regularly. That's the only thing saves. The only suggestion of mine to those so-called people. Otherwise, we become victimized by our own mind, our own ignorance, our own whims, fancies to such an extent that पता भी नहीं चलता कि हम तबाह हो रहे हैं. Like yesterday we saw in Yoga system that the Brahmanda Nasha sound called as Ghara 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 is going on, but people are not listening because they are lost in the sensuous indulgence and something extroverted. See that wonderful thought. कुछ ब्रह्मांड लय होते हुए ऐसे ढर ढर साउंड कर रहे हैं that people are not listening it. Like during the rainy season, the old buildings, they give sound कि हम कल परसों गिरने वाले हैं. But the people are busy in cricket match, in eating, in talking. They are not aware. Suddenly the building collapses. So too the Brahmandas also are ending. Why we gave that example? For these people. That gara sound is happening in us. What time this building will collapse, we don't know. Therefore, don't just be egoistic to justify the mind's domination over intellect. You know, only one thing, ego and mind, if you are not attending the satsang, the karana, drop that. Swamiji, how can you say that? This question also is ego. You are egoistic, that's all. That's why you don't attend class. Any class, any satsang. Okay? The second is Jnanam, Jnanam, Jnanam from our gurus, acharyas. It is always good to have some respectful, reverential relation to our acharyas. Then it becomes more appealing to listen. Anybody you listen, that is also one way, but you have to have the capacity to grasp the knowledge irrespective of the speaker. That also is possibility. Any speaker you listen. But listening from our own guru is it has little more chance of effectiveness in us. And that also a negativity you may take the guru for granted. Dono danger. If the guru is more familiar, you take him for granted. Not at all familiar, you take his knowledge for granted. पता नहीं कोई गुरु बोले मेरे को क्या लेने देने. Isn't it? Like Gurudev is our Gurudev. We are so close to him that we take him for granted. Therefore, we never listen to his talks nor study his books. This is a problem here. The other gurus are there so many. We listen to them, but we don't mind the knowledge. We don't give value. Why? He is not our guru. हम उनको क्यों सुने? दोनों तरह से प्रॉब्लम है. So you have to balance it. Second one is Guru, 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 Acharya, and from him also Jnanam, 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 Jnanam. दो हो गए through satsang. Bas. Insist the Guru to teach knowledge and insist yourself to sit and listen to the knowledge. अच्छा कुछ भी हो जाए क्या होगा मैक्सिमम ऑल वहम ओनली नो दैट व्हेन यू कम टू द क्लास एंड सिट फॉर 1 hour क्या होगा भूकंप होगा क्या थ्रोम्बोसिस होगा क्या हार्ट अटैक होगा क्या कुछ नहीं होता इट्स ओनली जिद ऑफ द माइंड एंड यू एंड आई सच ए सिंपली इंटेलिजेंट चिल्ड्रन और पीपल that we just come and sit. That obstacle we break and come. I do that. That obstacle of आज class छोड़ दो, postpone कर दो. That obstacle I conquer and come and sit. After sitting, the minute by minute, as the topic is discussed, as satsang is done, towards the end, it is such a great satisfaction that we could study the Shastra. आप लोगों को भी कुछ को होता होगा. So breaking those shackles. Second. Third is Shastra. Guru talks on Shastra only, and we also have to study Shastra. Jnana Shastra only. They are our Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and that Tattva Jnana giving Tattva Shastra, Tattva Shastra, Tattva Shastra, Adhenam, 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 only for Jnanam, 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 Jnanam. So Bhagavad Kripa, the Guru Kripa, the Shastra Kripa, this way invoked for us to gain Jnana. And again we know the Jnanam should be authentic, that is Shastra. The Jnana should be Samagra, that is done by Samagra means complete. By listening from Guru, from by our own logical, Mananam Chintanam, the Jnana becomes Samagra. So Samyak Jnanam, Samagra Jnanam. Third one is important. Which Jnanam it should be, you should always ask. We talk about that Jnanam which gives moksha. Tattva Jnanam alone is gives moksha. Therefore, Tattva Jnanam only. Always focus on that. Then this jnanam also, Shravanam, we listen from the Guru, Mananam, we do the reflection, and see that jnanam is understood. Up to this, we generally listen. But the next one is that jnanam should always be readily available. In other words, every moment, there should be absolute alertness to question and see, am I living according to jnanam or not? Har kadam, whether I am talking or walking or doing something, is it based on the jnanam or it's a routine work? है ना, ज्ञान प्राप्ति के लिए ही हर एक कदम, ज्ञान साधना के लिए ही हर एक कदम, ज्ञान अनुभव ले के लिए हर एक कदम, है ना, टू obtain ज्ञान, टू practice ज्ञान, to experience ज्ञान. Only there our efforts should be. Think about it. All the time, the jnana drushti only we have to have. If that tattva jnana is not there in our heart, in our life while responding, immediately the vasanas come, the mind will come, the regular routine habits will come. And we do some things which appear to be very logical, intelligent. Maybe so also, but they are of the worldly nature. And one sentence is, anybody does any perfect way, any action, if it is worldly, he is only a samsari. बहुत बढ़िया सा मैंने वर्ल्डली काम किया, वर्ल्डली है वो, देन यू आर ए संसार, यू कांट गेट मोक्ष. You will get many things, but not mukti. So therefore, you and I, as Adhyatmika seekers, jnanam only we have to live. No sentiments, no other thing should misguide us. Only jnana, nothing else. And as we saw yesterday, today morning also referred, that the viveka jnanam we have to have. The vairagya jnanam we have to have. The shama jnanam we have to have. The dhamma jnanam, the uparati jnanam, the titiksha jnanam, the shraddha jnanam, the samadhana jnanam, the mumukshuta jnanam, fully available to us, and we are exactly living that one. Like the mind immediately, mind desired something. Immediately the definition of shama should come. Or the definition of the vairagya should come. How can it desire the object? Or how can the mind do the sankalpa of this? Isn't it? That way, the jnanam of all these should be so readily available that according to that only we start living life, till that abhyasa becomes so swabhavik that always the jnanam is guiding us. We are living a life of jnani. है ना, always the jnanam about mokshutva. हमेशा रहना है. Am I thinking and doing those things by which I am strengthening my bondage as Jiva and Deha, or I am aware every moment that my knowledge about the self alone I am strengthening and living that knowledge. अब देखो, isn't it? Coming to class, listening to few things, getting satisfied. This is a very lowest level, though it's a beginning. We have come up to that level. Okay, but never sufficient. You understand? So jnana is kept away, and again our emotions, our thoughts, our sentiments, which are habitual, which are absolutely of the laukika, they are again becoming predominant. So yesterday in Mandukya Upanishad, that thought. Samvritya jayate sarvam. Samvriti samvarnam avidya vishayaha laukika vyavaharaha. Very powerful discussion. Isn't it? And need not share or talk to others that I am practicing jnanam, but मुझे मेरे अंदर होना चाहिए. Isn't it? So I'm an adhyatmika seeker, this jnanam. For me, the goal is to establish in the self is a jnanam. always in all my activities, outside whatever I have to do at the Vyavahar I am doing, but I am always aware about the Adhishtanam. That is the Jnanam. एक ज्ञान ही हमें बचाता है. सो सिद्धांत ज्ञान, साधना ज्ञान, अनुभव ज्ञान. श्रवण, मनन, चिंतन, निधिध्यासन, ध्यान से मिला हुआ अनुभव ज्ञान. From the Guru, from the Shastra, by Lord's Kripa, obtained Jnana. Think about it. So today's common sense thought is, what is to be pursued and lived? Jnanam. Where from it has to be obtained? Bhagavan, Shastra, Guru and Shastra. How it should be or how it is gained? Through Shravana, Manana, Ityadi. And always that Jnana alone has to function. You know, like somebody said something to me. Immediately responding, reacting to him from the standpoint Aham Jivosmi Dehosmi, we have failed. Aham Brahmasmi, from that standpoint, how the response should be. Think about that way we have to always use that gained jnana. It is very typical. It can be conveyed this way only. The listeners have to again do their own contemplation to catch what exactly meant. You know, without the jnana background, I am not even inhaling and exhaling. That much I have to be respecting the jnana. Again, I will not detailedly explain. It is done hundreds of times. The Paramarthika Jnana, the Vyavaharika Jnana, all of that you are familiar with it because so many times we discussed. That is left to you. So, Rute Jnanat na Mukti, Jnanadev tu Kaivalyam, therefore, Jnana Prapti, Jnana Smarana, and Jnana, on the basis of Jnana alone, living every moment. No ego allowed, no minds, sentiments, emotions, ifs and buts and allowed, nor any habitual demand of the senses allowed, nor the body's laziness allowed, nor anybody who are non-knowledgeable, ignorant people, their prompting or tempting. Therefore, when you are age of 15, 16, 18, 20, you are somehow obliged or under the obligation of listening to your parents and all, whether they are right or wrong. अब जब 70-60 साल का बस हो गया, अब whom you have to listen? Why? अपना अकल नहीं है क्या? We have full freedom here to have knowledge and live knowledge. Unfortunately, there are nobody elders to guide us, and luckily, there is nobody to compel us. ये बात भी एक होती है ना, जस्ट आउट ऑफ टॉपिक वाला. एक उम्र आने के बाद या 2-4 क्लासेस इधर उधर लगाने के बाद लगता है कि आई नो एवरीथिंग, therefore I don't need to go to anybody to ask or get knowledge. The most unfortunate thing in life. So a peculiar personality ego gets formed. This person neither tries himself to gain knowledge nor listens to anyone. विचित्र होता है. Many of the people are like, they think they know, and everything they do prove that they don't know. Then tell them, why don't you go there and know? No, no, I know it. What will he tell me more than what I know? Isn't it? That's why people don't listen to any satsangas that the Mahatmas are giving. Because उनको लगता है हम सुन चुके हैं, हमको पता है. That's the terrible thing. Huh? The day when I think that I know, gone. Om, 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 Om Sahanavavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Namo Brahmadibhyo, Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo, Vamsa Rushibhyo Mahadbhyo, Namo Gurubhya. ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ जगतीमवितुं कलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामहसच्चलतः अहिमांशुरिवात्र विभासि गुरो भव शङ्करदेशिक मे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्तमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्नसमूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दवसंस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठ अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययनसाधना प्रयत्नमध्ये कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः अद्यशङ्कर भाष्यसमेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मुक्त्यर्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहं। पारायणम् अथ पञ्चमोऽध्यायः। Fifth chapter we have to start today. ॐ द्वे अक्षरे ब्रह्म परे त्वनन्ते विद्या विद्ये निहिते यत्र गूढे क्षरं त्वविद्या हि अमृतं तु विद्या विद्या विद्ये ईशते यस्तु सोऽन्यः यो योनिं योनिमधितिष्ठत्येकः विश्वानि रूपाणि योनीश्च सर्वाः ऋषिं प्रसूतं कपिलं यस्तमग्रे ज्ञानैर्बिभर्ति जायमानं च पश्येत् एकैकं जालं बहुधा विकुर्वन् अस्मिन् क्षेत्रे संहरत्येष देवः भूयः सृष्ट्वा यतयस्तथेशः सर्वाधिपत्यं कुरुते महात्मा। Ah, great are these Upanishads, continuously reminding us about the reality, its nature, its glory, and its need of realization, and how to realize, and how to prepare, and what are the qualifications. Exclusively deals only with this subject of moksha. So great are all these rishis. And thankfully, when we are also studying them regularly, we are lucky by our choice. Now, एकोऽहंसो भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये स एवाग्निः सलिले सन्निविष्टः तमेव विदित्वा अतिमृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय. 15th mantra of this 6th chapter. Let us today complete this mantra. Right? Now one by one thought. Ekaha. Did we digest the meaning of this word? Shankar Bhagavan helped us. He commented Ekaha means Parama Atma. So the Parama Atma in me. Beyond the imagined Atma of Annamaya, Pranamaya, Adi. The Parama Atma in you, in everybody. You know that Parama Atma in you, me, and everybody is only one. That is why it is called Parama Atma. The lower Atmas are different, like the Jiva in you with his samskaras is different from the Jiva in me. So Deha, yours and mine is different. They are all actually Anatmas taken as an Atman. There is difference. But the real Atma, yours and mine is all one. That is why the beauty of these words. What is it? If it is ekaha, it has to be parama atma. And if it is parama atma, it cannot be two, three. It has to be eka only. This is how through contemplation the essence of these two words we have to grasp. Ekaha. Who is ekaha? Parama atma. And how many parama atmas have to be there? Only ekaha. Ekaha. Then hamsaha. It is very, very beautiful definition. Hanti avidyadi tamo. And don't ask how, we already explained. When you pray to him, when you realize him. In both ways, the avidya tatkarya are destroyed, which were the cause of samsara. Now no more samsara, it's moksha. Bhuvanasya madhye, trailokyasya madhye. The outer three lokas, the inner three lokas. Inner three lokas are two types. One triloka are our Jagra Swapna Sushupti. The other triloka are in every experience. The Triputi of experiencer, experienced, and experiencing. This is called Triputi. This is called as Bhuvana. In that Bhuvanasya Madhye Ekaha Hamsaha. Okay. Now the second line, Saeva Agnihi Salile Sannivishtaha. With the help of the quotation of Shastras, he explained. Then from the sadhana standpoint, Bhagavan Shankara is explaining that we are seeing. Saeva Agnihi Salilasya Madhye. Okay, first Salila explained, yesterday we saw. Second, the Madhya is explained, which we have to thoroughly understand. Luckily, that was today's common sense thought also. Salilasya. Then Agnihi, the third word we have to understand. So, Agnihi, Saeva Agnihi Salilasya Madhye. He is the Agni in the center of the waters. That's the literal meaning, which we have to understand. The वाच्यार्थ छोड़कर लक्ष्यार्थ को पकड़ना है, like the evening Tattvamasi. So the Salila water is here Antakarana. Okay. Which type of water, sir? Shuddha Swachha. Therefore, which type of Antakarana? Shuddha Swachha Vimala Alantakarana. So the water here used, the word indicates the Swachha Shuddha Vimala Antakarana. Antakarana is Manabuddhi Chitta. So how do we get this Swachhata Shuddhata in this Antakarana? The Swachhata Shuddhata in the Antakarana is simple. No Tamoguna of absolute blankness. No Rajaguna of Kamakrodhadi Vikaras. Shuddha Sattva. And what is Sattva Lakshana? Just now we studied for 15-20 minutes in common sense thought. Sattva Lakshanas are only two. One, either gaining jnanam, two, or living jnanam. LIVING. ज्ञान को पा रहे या ज्ञान को जी रहे, ये दो ही है सत्वगुण के लक्षण. लिविंग नॉलेज और लर्निंग नॉलेज. शुद्धि ऑफ द अंतःकरण. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज हाउ टू obtain it. That Shuddhi is Yajnadi Karmana. So Yajna Danadi. So Yajna Dana Tapaha are the outer Bahiranga sadhanas to be done to achieve the inner Antakarana Shuddhi. So therefore, Yajna Dana Dina Shuddhi Kruta Vimala Antakarana is the one which we have to create in ourselves. Salila stands explained. In that is the Paramatma, the Agni. Okay. How that Paramatma in this Antakarana be revealed or experienced? That is a big question, no? That is the word Madhye. So, Eva Agni, Salilasya, Madhya. Salila is explained. Madhya. How the self inness is realized. In the Shuddha Antakarana, this is the second crucial thing where we paused yesterday. But the evening class last 71 days we are doing that only. In our Vakya Vritti. What is Bhashyakara saying, you see? Atava salile salileva swache yajnadanadina vimalikrute antakarane. Now sannivishta. Madhye Sannivishta. Sorry, not Madhye. Sannivishta is explained. Saevagnihi Salile Sannivishta. Salilasya Madhye or Salile Sannivishta. What is Samyak Nivishta? See that? Vedanta Vakyartha Samyak Jnana Falaka Aruda. Okay? This Paramatma is already there. His Anubhuti is the result of the sadhana. Not in terms of like karma, through karma we create something. No. Here, the Jnana sadhana by which the Ajnana is removed, as a result, already existing self is realized. Keep that thing in background every time whether we remind it or not. So, first thing is Vedanta. Second thing is Vakya. Third is Artha. Fourth is Samyak Jnana. Fifth is Phala. एक एक चीज को समझ लो. So Veda we know, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana. In all of them, so many things are told. We have to bypass all of them. We have to directly reach to Veda Anta. Anta is not end. Anta means acme, ultimate. So what is Vedanta? Upanishad only. In the Vedanta also, Upanishad, so many things are told. All of them are guided towards one final sentence. All of them are guided towards, geared towards one final thing. In that one final sentence, what is revealed is you are not Jiva, you are Brahman. So Atmaikya, Brahma Atmaikya Bodha, telling sentence is the one to which the Upanishad is geared or guided towards. That is called as Vakya. You know, Bhagavan has not added the word, you add it Maha. So Mahavakya. So Vedanta Mahavakya ho gaya. How that Mahavakyas Artha. Which Artha we have to take? Not Vachya Artha. We have to get the Lakshya Artha only. So four Vedanta Mahavakyas are Prajnanam Brahma. That is the Lakshana Mahavakya. Okay. What is that to be understood in a one sentence? Be attentive. Whatever we are seeing the Jada in this world is only in our seeing. Otherwise, everything is pure Prajnapti Swarupa. The illuminating, basking light alone is there always. Consciousness. So much so that in the most utter Jada Anubhuti of our Nidra every day, that Jadata, right from the moment we enter in deep sleep till we wake up, it is fully blazing in the light of consciousness. That's why when we wake up, we say, I slept like a log of wood. Be attentive. In the non awareness of that awareness, that this Jadata, the knower of the Jadata, all this is projected. Otherwise, everything is Prajnanam. And that Prajnanam is Brahman. It is called Lakshana Vakya. Then Upadesha Vakya. Tat Tvam Asi. Tat Prajnanam Tvam Asi. Tvam Tat Prajnanam Asi. You are nothing else, not anything else. You are that Prajnanam only. You are not the ego individuality I thought, nor you are that I thought identified with Dehetriyadi. You are that Prajnanam only. That is called Upadesha Vakya. Tat Prajnanam Tvamasi or Tat Tvamasi. Evening class. याद है तो याद कर लो. Listening to this, having contemplated, intellectually understood. Now, the Shishya is doing the Anusandhanam of it in his own silent, secret chamber of meditation. Anna went for walking, did jogging 10 minutes, sat in a chair there, reclined, very distant corner, not known to anybody, facing towards the trees. Now, inhaling, exhaling, body quietened, mind quietened. Now, there, the Tattvamasi, what he has understood, he is doing Anusandhanam. What is Anusandhanam? I am Atma Brahma. This self in me is Brahman. The self in me is Brahman. I am Brahman. The self in me is Brahman. So I am Atma Brahma. I am Atma na Jivaha. I am Atma na Dehaha. I am Atma through Dehaha na the citizen and member of this world. In Vyavahara it's okay, but Paramarthikena. So that's called doing the Anusandhanam. I am Atma Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. When it is done for a deep and long period of time, that just sense of otherness with Brahman, that just dissolves. A miraculous thing happens. that वाकई मैं तो ब्रह्म हूं, वो अनुभव आ जाता है. दिस त्वम का मतलब मैं का अब्रह्मत्व, कि आई एम नॉट ब्रह्मन, आई एम somebody other than Brahman. That notion goes away. The typical way of telling by Bhagavan Adi Shankara is so beautiful and unique. I am so and so. That is secondary. That is a secondary mistake. The primary mistake is I am not Brahman. Thereafter I am so and so. The primary mistake is this is not the rope. The secondary mistake is for someone it is appearing like snake, for the other one it's a garland, for other one is a hose pipe, the other one it is something else. That is secondary. The basic mistake is the rope is not rope. Rope is not seen as rope. So to Abrahmatvam, that I am somebody other than Brahman, I am not Brahman. That's the basic mistake. Once I am not Brahman and I am somebody other than Brahman, that somebody other than Brahman can be anything in the world. Uncountable million things. You understand? So through this Anusandhana sadhana, preceded by the Upadesha from the Guru, preceded by again from the Guru only, the Lakshana Vakya. Prajnanam Brahma, Tattvamasi Giva, when I do I am Atma Brahma, the Abrahmatva goes away. That I am somebody other than Brahman goes away. When I am somebody other than or something other than Brahman goes away means what? Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman, that is experienced. That's called Anubhava Vakya. That is the meaning of here. Vedanta Vakyartha Samyak Jnana. The Samyak Jnana mein is the fourth thing, Aham Brahmasmi. So the Lakshana Jnana, the Brahman is Prajnapti Swarupa. Upadesha Jnana, that you are that. Anusandhana Jnana, I am that only. I am not anything other than that. Anubhavam is Aham Brahmasmi. He is called as Vedanta Vakyartha Samyak Jnana Falaka. As a result of that Samyak Jnana, Arudaha, that Paramatma is Samyak Nivishta in us. So how the Paramatma is realized in us is this Paddhati. That is called as Sannivishta, words meaning. So Saeva Agnihi Salile Sannivishta. So Salile Shuddhanta Karane Vedanta Vakyartha Samyak Jnana Falaka Arudena Sannivishta. This is how the Paramatma realized in us. This realized Paramatma now is Saeva Agnihi. He acts like the Agni. And what is the action of Agni? He does it. Avidya tatkaryasya dahakaha. In brackets, Agnihi. Ityartaha. Once the self is realized, then the self is known. Not knowing the self called as that avidya is gone, no? After avidya only, it's karya. That I am not the Brahman or the self, that I am the jiva. Then I am with the upadhi, so and so. Then the subsequent kartrutva, bhoktrutva. ये सारे शुद्ध ब्रह्म में नहीं है, मेरे में नहीं है, सब मेरे कल्पित है. So in this way, having made the antakarana shuddha through yajna yaga, yajna dana karma, having gone to the Guru and learned from him, prajnanam brahma, tattvamasi, ayatma brahma, through contemplation, through the inner sadhana, when we establish The Brahmata in us, Aham Brahmasmi, that removes the avidya and avidya karya. Then I remain as Brahman. The remaining as Brahman is moksha. In this way, there is no other way. And that is why the Lord concludes here, Adi Shankara Bhagavan, Tasmat, Tameva Viditva Ati Mrutyumeti. And that's why all Shastras, all Sadgurus tell us that in this way, realizing that Brahman as myself alone, I can go beyond the Mrityu. Because the Mrityu acts through the parameter of Kala only on the Kalpita Upadis. The Mrityu or the Kala cannot affect the pure conscious blissful self. The pure self is Janma Marana Adi Rahita. Therefore, there is no Mrityu in it. Therefore, Mrityu Matyet. Very good, sir. You told so nicely. You understood. By the way, is there any other option? Is there any other alternative? Is there any other way? Answer is Na Anyaha Pantha Vidyate Ayanaya. The underlining word is Vidyate. There is no other path existing at all for me to recommend to you. Therefore, not only me, don't go to anybody and ask for any other question. If at all any question to ask how to find and walk on this path to reach. Don't ask for the other path. It will be a footpath only. There is no other path. This is the only way. Na anya pantha vidyate mokshaya. Ayana means gati. Gati means out of dharmartha kama moksha, the uttama gati called as moksha gati. Means freedom from all bondages, freedom from all limitations, freedom from all conditionings, freedom from all janma jara roga mrityu ityadi dukkha and bhaya giving happenings. That's called ayana. Na anya pantha vidyate ayana. That is why today in common sense thought also, Bhagavan talked to us about the jnanam. ज्ञान पाना ज्ञान जीना बस कोई मांगते हैं तो ज्ञान देना इमोशंस नहीं देना धन कनक वस्तु वाहन नहीं देना all that is binding. Think about it. One of the very beautiful shlokas. Thus we spent 3 4 days and here I announce that we have concluded the study of it. Still there is a dissatisfaction because that continues till the self is experienced. ये डिससेटिस्फैक्शन ये सत्संग को नहीं कहा नहीं सुना इसलिए नहीं. The dissatisfaction continues till the satisfaction giving aham brahmasmi anubhuti is gained. You will never be trupta in anything in the world. The word trupti is only temporary. The real trupti is only in realizing the permanent Brahman. Okay? Just chant once and conclude this, and tomorrow equally beautiful shloka we take up. उसमें तो 11 or 10 words are used indicating to us the Brahman, taking the help of which we can contemplate on him. है ना? स विश्वकृतो विश्ववित् आत्मयोनिः ज्ञः कालकारः गुणिः सर्ववित् प्रधानपतिः क्षेत्रज्ञपतिः गुणेशः संसार मोक्ष स्थिति बंद हेतु. ऑलमोस्ट 13 चीज बताया. This also will take 2 or 3 days. We'll study it. ॐ एकोऽहंसो भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये सैवाग्निः सलिले सन्निविष्टः तमेव विदित्वातिमृत्युमेते नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ पूर्णमदः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Good patience you had. Thank you. भगवद गीता पढ़ेंगे. आइए.